It is April 3rd, 2023. And if you can believe it, it's a Book of Mondays once again. Xander. Xander, thank you so much for the 73 months. Finished your Fist of the North Star boxing session just in time. I still need to play that. I'm pretty sure Rachel got it for me. I just haven't actually sat down and played it yet. Oh, you have the demo installed. Xander, thank you so much for the 73 months. Very, very much appreciated. Love you, miss you, dude. Hope you're doing well. And Jumbletuff. Jumbletuff, welcome. Thank you so much for that brand new Prime sub. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you enjoy your time here. Enjoy the emotes. Bunch of really nice Silent Hill emotes that you can use all over Twitch. Ziggy's apparently eating crunchy bugs. That's fine. This is what we get for letting him watch Lion King. Hey, Trader Joel. Hey, Hemp. What's up, Rushmore? Please tell me this is belated April Fool's? Nope. Technically, we played Observation on April Fool's Day. I started it the night before, but it ran well into the morning of April 1st. It was a good game. Proof that I can still enjoy horror games made after 2004. Hey, Dog Syrup. Oh yeah, hurt me with that book. Throw the book at you. Been marathoning stuff for months now. Enjoy the odd combo of spoopy and cozy. It's a good combo, right? It's a really good combo. How did you end up liking Observation? Fell asleep in the middle of the playthrough. I enjoyed it. It's not like, you know, my game of the year or anything. But it was definitely interesting. Looked a little bit of stuff up about it afterwards to try to figure a few more things out. Me and Rachel figured out what all the symbols during the hexagon Simon Quest segments, stuff like that, what they all meant, and a lot of the more subtle stuff. I'll probably do a follow-up playthrough at some point just to get more the last few achievements, more or less, because there was still some audio logs and things like that I missed. But yeah, overall, Observation was pretty enjoyable. And I've got the other most well-known game by No Code, Stories Untold, installed, and we'll be definitely going back and playing that sometime this week. It'll be my first time playing it, so we'll see how that goes. The fact you want to go back and find the missed stuff says a lot. Yeah. I definitely wasn't gonna bother with that with fucking Blair Witch or The Medium. Nora, thank you so much for the 13 months. Very much appreciate it. Welcome back. Already read the whole Observation wiki and I still don't understand the story. I mean, according to the devs, they definitely wanted to leave certain parts of it, aspects of it, sort of open to interpretation, but I think I've got a pretty good understanding of it. I might actually do in my follow-up playthrough to get the last few audio logs. We might do kind of a an in-depth playthrough where I can, now knowing what the story is, I can explain from the beginning a lot more of it. Ooh, why am I at a save point? Why did I leave off? The game crashed. Right. I'm like, why am I in the middle of a zone? Last time the game crashed. I guess we can continue from here? Nah, let's just re-roll it. I don't even want to fuck with that. It's a 5-piece zone, so it's a shame to re-roll it, but in the off chance that there is something that will continually cause a game crash, like clearing that one challenge orb that caused the crash last time. I think it was because I did an execution attack specifically, but oh boy, wouldn't it be a fucking shame to get 473 zones in here and then have the game crash in such a way that it corrupts the memory card. But yeah, thank you again so much, Nora. And Noise, welcome back. Yeah. Noise, thank you so much for the 59 months. Hello, Mr. Streamer. Still hoping you're doing fine. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Yami. You mean you played a good game? Who are you and what have you done to Nub? I mean, Observation was not complete shit. It was not garbage. It was actually pretty enjoyable. The neat premise. I like the concept of playing, rather than playing as, you know, Emma herself, you know, playing from Sam, who winds up being the computer that winds up being pretty integral to the overall plot. It was a cool game. It was a cool idea. It's nice that there are still like interesting games out there. It's definitely got me more hopeful for Silent Hill Townfall, because it's the same devs who are making Silent Hill Townfall, and I really didn't care about Townfall one way or the other when that got announced. Like, everything else I kind of have a little bit of an idea. Like with the remake, I know about Bloober Team and all of their stuff, and with like Silent Hill F, I'm familiar with Higurashi no Nakukoro ni and things by the same writer. So I kind of had an idea of those things, like how they were going to be. Silent Hill Ascension, they gave us more info about that than the other things. And that's got like behavior working on it and stuff like that. So a lot of that, you know, I've got ideas about. But with Townfall, I didn't really know anything about no code. I knew very, very little about the publisher, Annapurna. So I didn't really feel one way or the other about it. Now, after playing Observation, maybe I ruined my neutral sort of stance, and that'll wind up being a bad thing. But after playing Observation, I'm like, wow, these no-code guys, like devs, have put together a cool little game. And that gives me some hope for Townfall. Even if Silent Hill Townfall isn't like something crazy exceptional, like new best Silent Hill game ever, if it's at least as good as Observation, I would be pretty happy with that. Well, we got another 5-piece zone, so that's lucky. Roll that boulder. Yep. We are rolling our boulder back up the hill. It is Monday once again. And now I'm back to this. Now we're back to this. It always sucks. Especially bad. Like, there's a lot of times where, you know, especially lately, within the last, like, year or so, where I might go for, like, a week and not stream, and then I'll come back on Monday and do Book of Memories, and I haven't really been, you know, playing a lot of games during the week when I wasn't streaming. And I'll come back to Book of Memories, and I'll be like, it's Book of Memories, it sucks. What's new? It especially hurts when I play something that I enjoy and then come back to Book of Memories like a day or two later. Playing Observation and being like pleasantly surprised that it was, you know, fun little game. And then having to come back here on Monday and be like, well, time for this fucking shit again. It was the same after the Diablo 4 beta, especially since it's, you know, a dungeon crawler. So after the Diablo 4 weekend, having to come back to this was just like, ugh, fucking painful. You're explosive. Are you still spawning things? Hurry up. Give me tremors. Give me things to kill. What's up, Matt? Hey, Nub, how goes it? Still in Atlanta? Yeah. Still out here in Georgia. I live here now. I still, you know, plan on going back to Texas and visiting and stuff because I've obviously got, you know, all my family and friends and stuff there, but I got family and friends here now too. Timed hits and combos. God damn it. That should be it. Should be all I need. And one shot. You mean Townfall isn't some Salem ripoff? I mean, we still don't really know what Silent Hill Townfall is going to be. That was one of the projects that was announced, like that, and Silent Hill F. Even compared to Silent Hill F, I think Townfall was the one that had like the least amount of development so far. So Townfall could literally be anything. Why aren't they moving super fast? Does Silent Hill 2 Remake have any more updates on release dates? No. No, we still haven't gotten any sort of updates since the Silent Hill transmission in October. Is 500 the limit because that's how far the dev team got, or is there an actual content limit? There's an actual content limit. They didn't just give up after 5. Like, they made a conscious decision to procedurally generate zones all the way up to 500. And then said, that's probably enough. And again, just as a reminder for people unfamiliar with this game, I got Django's Don Donda. We got us a banana. That's the reminder for people who don't know this game. The story, the real reminder, the story for this game ends after 21 zones. And then after that, it's just procedurally generated zone after zone, all the way to 500. And the only thing that really changes from zone to zone, like the zones constantly scale up. So enemy health, enemy damage, which is why everything is one-shotting me. Enemy health, enemy damage, all that sort of stuff is just continuously scaled up all the way from zone to zone as you advance. And the level select, whenever you're doing the zone select, it's got like artwork behind it. And the more zones you finish, the more of that artwork you get to see. That's literally your only reward. Is some low quality artwork that's in the background of the UI. Hey, what's up, Icarus? This game is mad goofy. That's one way to put it. That's one way to describe it. Come on. Spawn enemies faster. There we go. 5 out of 5. No crashes. And we got an extra banana. Just because. In fact, this should be Howard right here. Let me go ahead and just go to him and restock wrenches and sell the banana. Everyone's, favorite.
Looks like you found my shop.
Iconic Silent Hill item. Because, you look at these artifacts and it's like the Aglophitous Locket, Heather's Locket from Silent Hill 3, the Amulet of Solomon, which is one of the puzzle items for the last door before the final boss in Silent Hill 1. The blood packet in Silent Hill 1 that you give to the tentacle monster in Alchemilla Hospital. The channeling stone, which is used for the UFO ending in several Silent Hill games. So you have like all these iconic, Silent Hill items. And then you have banana. Django's Don Donda. A peculiar yellow fruit that smells of milk. I've played every single Silent Hill game that exists, probably for a minimum of like 1,000 to 2,000 hours each. And I don't know what the fuck that banana is. I have no idea what is Django's Don Donda. Might be an inside joke. I'm guessing that's gotta be an inside joke. Maybe that's from like another Way Forward game. Cause I've played some other Way Forward games, but I'm not like, I don't know them super in depth, super well. So if that's something from like Shantae or something like that, maybe it's like an inside joke, but yeah, I have no clue what the fuck the banana is. The game's getting so hard, the enemies attack the programming at these levels? Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, considering we can get a lot of different random combinations of like challenges, monsters, and monster modifiers that can just completely make a zone unbeatable. That's kind of like just directly attacking the programming, on top of getting a crash last week. Immediately after I talked about how rare crashing in this game actually is. Like, for as bad as this game is in so many ways, I've got like 200 something hours, close to 300 hours of playing this game. And I think even including it crashing last week, that was maybe the like 7th or 8th time that this has crashed in like 200 to 300 hours of playtime. And that's playing both on PSTV and on an actual Vita. And I've had the same glitches and crashes and stuff happen on both platforms. Django's Dondonda is an artifact from the DLC expansion pack that appears in Silent Hill Book of Memories. Yes, it sure is. I mean, I guess technically that is what it is from. It's from this game. But everything else is like a thing from a different Silent Hill game. And then there's that. Then there's Banana. "26 levels? Yeah, but we get to sit here for 10 minutes worth of loading screens while we re-roll this zone to get something that's not a 7-piece. Maybe it's Ito's snack? I wonder what Masahiro Ito thinks about this game. I don't think he's ever mentioned it. I mean, it uses his monster designs, but otherwise he's uninvolved. So he probably doesn't give a shit. And knowing how Konami operates and things like that, like, I'm pretty sure he probably didn't get paid or anything for the usage of his monster designs, because he's talked about that on Twitter before. He's mentioned that like the figures and the statues and things, a lot of the ones that came out and a lot of the merchandise and stuff that came out that uses Pyramid Head's design and his original artwork and stuff. He said he never got paid for any of that stuff. Which is a fucking shame. Hopefully Konami actually paid him well. Him and Yamaoka to come back for Silent Hill 2 Remake. So a month before Silent Hill 2 Remake comes out, we get in a Silent Hill marathon including all 500 floors again? No. No. That won't be possible. Because once I get to 500 floors the first time, I'm destroying this. And I'm never, ever playing it ever again. We got a 6-piece. I'll take it. So Pyramid Head is exclusive, but it isn't. What do you mean exclusive? It's just that Konami owns the rights, even though it's his artwork. Which is why they can use it for a bunch of stuff, and Ito doesn't see a dime. Because when he designed Pyramid Head, he was an independent contractor working for Konami. Pretty much everybody at Team Silent was. So like all of those designs, all of those creatures, all the models and stuff that he made, like he doesn't retain rights or get, you know, residuals or anything like that for it. Burn this game when it's all over. I mean, I've said it multiple times throughout this grind to Zone 500 over the past couple of years. Once I hit 500, I want to smash this game into pieces and set those pieces on fire. Do it on stream. It's gonna be a video exclusive to my OnlyFans, so you'll have to pay extra to watch that. That would be great. I said it really flat, so I should probably ruin the joke and say that I'm joking. I'm gonna do it on stream. I don't think the Stream Elements bot is working, Yami. I was having issues with it earlier. It's either not working or just lagging super far behind. Because exclamation point YT should have worked. Can't stand it. Nope. Nothing important in there. I don't even know what's in this room, but I just felt every single room I enter in now, I just feel like there's going to be a butcher or something just sitting there to one-shot me. Oh shit. Oh shit. Just stun locked by these tremors dropping in.
Hello.
First time you looked at the YouTube in a while, and it's nice to see there's a 2023 Silent Hill 2 playthrough. Yeah, no, I'm still doing them. I'm still doing story playthroughs for all the Silent Hill games. For Silent Hill 2, there was a newer version of the Enhanced Edition that had just come out, or somewhat recently had come out. That put the game in like a stable 60 FPS, and along with some other little minor fixes and things. So went through and did a full story playthrough of Silent Hill 2 to check out all that. And that was just back in January? Wasn't that long ago.
I need more ammo.
But yeah, I don't do the story playthroughs quite as often as I used to. Like back in 2016, 2017, when I was basically doing them like every weekend. But anytime there's like new stuff to check out, or even if it's just, been a while and I feel like going through them, I still go through and do the story playthroughs.
So what can I do for you? I think I've got.
It's been a little while since I practiced, but I still do speed runs as well. I really need to get back on that.
I do believe
because there's still I had a speedrun.com account, and I went through and deleted a bunch of my stuff a few years ago, like 2020. And then remade it a couple years ago.
Don't spend it all in one.
So like 2021 or so, I think. So I've basically, like, as I've been doing speedruns and getting new personal bests, I've been uploading stuff and, putting my times on speedrun.com. Damn. Sorry, I hate the way this map fucking connects, and I need to kill this Rorschach. Otherwise they will chase me down and one-shot me when it's like least convenient. One of the only enemies, one of two enemies that can walk around the entire zone and chase after you. Oh boy, it's more book times. What's up, Sock Ninja? Hope you're doing well tonight, man. Is more book times indeed. It's book time Mondays. The Cloud Strife armor. Yeah. This is a playable class that is literally just called the cosplayer. So it's like, legally distinct, but very recognizable. There's also, if you do a female character with the cosplay class, They're wearing basically a Neon Genesis Evangelion plug suit. That sucks. I like how the shockwave hit me and every enemy in that room, and I'm the only thing that got one shot. That perfectly encapsulates how ridiculous the non-balance of this game is, and just how ridiculous everything is scaled up at this high of a zone. Like, all the enemies, even the basic shit, is super tanky and does a shit ton of damage. And even with the most, like, the best weapons in the game, best stats in the game, like, everything maxed out as much as it possibly can be, you still just get one shot. Like, it doesn't make any fucking difference at all. Such a pain in the ass map layout. And while I was looking at the map layout, I ran face first into a bogeyman wandering through the hallways, because I did not think he would have wandered this far yet. Foolish me. Want to be a fly in the room of the testers who played up to this point? They didn't play this far. There's been, I think it was a comment that Tom Hewlett had made, or it might have just been from like an interview about the game, but yeah, they said their testers only played up to like zone 2 or 300. And I'm guessing that was not like on a consecutive save file, because they're developers. You know, they're just going to give themselves stuff, you know, give themselves stats and things like that.
What can I do for you?
And then they can just immediately, you know, they'll play through like, all right, here's zone 1 through 21 to make sure that all the story stuff works. And then they probably zip ahead, and you can just jump straight to like zone 50, see how things work, zone 100, see how things work for a few levels. I doubt anybody actually played 200 or 300 zones as testers.
Thanks for your business.
Yeah. What the fuck just happened? Was that the first time that happened? No. It's been a while since that has happened. That is definitely not the first time. Yeah, that was the second enemy who can chase you. On the last zone, I mentioned the fucking raw shocks chasing you from room to room. The bogeyman does that. And if you are in the menu like this, the game is paused. If I'm looking through this stuff, the game is paused. If I'm in a very similar menu, buying and selling with Howard, the game is not paused. It feels like it should be, but it isn't. So if one of those monsters, the Raw Shock or the Bogeyman, are aggroed to you and on the map anywhere, regardless of how far you are, if you are in Howard's shop, they are making their way towards you. And if you are in the menus, when they attack you, they just fucking kill you. You don't get any warning. And I think he's bugged out right now. I think he's stuck in his beam attack. Which, if that's the case, I might have to re-roll this this zone. Either that, or I just really need to try and speedrun into these last few rooms and find the last orbs. But this is really shitty. Okay, he was stuck in Howard's shop. Oh yeah. Sometimes he just doesn't take damage. He can just decide he does not feel like taking damage. Alright. Now I should be fine.
Looks like you found my
Pick
shop.
my stuff up. It's like lagging and not picking up.
What's your pleasure? Spend those memories wisely now. I do believe. Don't be a stranger.
Ugh. All the way over here. No key. No orb. After all that. After all that bullshit. I mean, I had to get back to where I died to get my 4 keys. And now we gotta make sure he dies. Basically means we need to wipe this whole room. Straight Jacket has a ranged attack that can kill me in 2 hits. I need to get rid of that. I can't stand on the poison trap. Schisms have an attack where they can lunge across the room and one-shot. So I really need to avoid that. I got stuck on the fucking flower pots on the floor. And I even blocked. I want it to be known, I blocked. I saw the animation happen and everything. I put my hands up and blocked. And even blocking that fucking attack. Just one-shots at this point. Gotta run all the way back. And he's gonna be walking towards me. No. Nope. 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 We're rolling again. That is the worst 6-piece I've seen in a long time. And by a long time, I mean maybe 3 weeks. Because this game is just constantly shit. But that was a really bad 6-piece. That was a really bad 6-piece zone. Every other room is like a bogeyman. I think we need a new outfit. I think it's time for Dog Mask. I think it's time for Mira Head. Go Mira head with the green armor. The green cosplay armor. Three weeks feel like an eternity in Book of Memories time. I mean, that's why I limit this. That's why I only play this on Monday. Like, I don't play this more than, like, 3 or 4 hours max per week. Usually it's closer to, like, 2 hours. Which is really funny, because, like, I've been uploading all of this, right? This is going to get meta for a second for anybody who watches this in the future. But I've been uploading all of this onto the YouTube channel. So it's all split into episodes. And so, like, for example, this is episode 53. Going by YouTube episodes. And looking at the length of the videos as time goes on, because this whole thing started as a subathon where I was up for 22 hours or something like that. It might have been a full 24, but I was basically just up playing Book of Memories, and the more people who would sub, the longer that I would play it. That was in 2018 when I did that. So that was the start of this. I then took that save file, because I got through like 30-something zones in that marathon stream. So I took that save file and then continued it on and started Book of Mondays from there. God, we got a boss on this zone too. So we really need this to be not a terrible zone. Ooh, Trent is water, right? I do not want to fight Water Guardian. I just realized, like, I need to be manipulating whenever I get to this. Like, what bosses I fight from this point in. Because Water Guardian is, like, impossible at this point. Blood Guardian's pretty fucking terrible. As well. Are you a boy or a girl? Male character. Yeah, Ashley. We've switched, like, we've gone back and forth between male and female with this character. It lets you do that. I mean, I guess, do we count that? Is that a positive thing? Is that one thing over in the positive column for Book of Memories? They let you change your character appearance and gender and stuff, like, whenever you want. It does cost. They charge you. It costs memory residue to do it. But as long as you're willing to buy a identity stone from Howard, you can always change your character. Also, I'm re-rolling this again because I don't want to fight a Water Guardian. And I don't want to do a 7-piece zone. This is most of these last zones. This is what we're going to be looking at more than actually playing the game. We're going to be looking at loading screens so that I can try to manipulate a zone into being just beatable. just able to be completed. Trent is male character water. So just to get all that, we have, so Derek is Wood Guardian. Merrick is Fire Guardian, or is he Earth? He's Earth. Derek is Fire? I thought Derek was Wood Guardian. I thought it was his zone first. Does the wallpaper color correspond to the elements? Yeah. It should. Steel is the easiest one because there's just no picture, because it's essentially supposed to be yourself. Fucking Trent. Water Guardian, if I could pick one boss that I never fight ever again from now till 500, Water Guardian. I would love to never ever fight another Water Guardian. I would deal with fucking Blood Guardians, Earth Guardians, everything else. None of them are nearly as bad as Water Guardian. Although Blood Guardian's pretty fucking close. Oh man, it's a 5-piece zone, but I can't do it. I'm not gonna fight the fucking Water Guardian. The last one, last time I did one might have been what, like 20 zones ago? 20 or 30 zones ago. And it was like fucking possible. The only way I'm able to beat it is basically with a glitch. I have to get a damage glitch with my Princess Heart Wand, where it's dealing more damage like per second than it's supposed to be. And basically, if I don't get that glitch, I don't beat the Water Guardian. There's no fair way to beat it. And even if I get the glitch to kill it, it also has a glitch that will prevent it from dying when it actually takes enough damage to die. So yeah, Water Guardian is just, it's literally broken. Yeah, you're right. Derek is fire. It'd be horrible to get through the zone and then be unable to beat the boss. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 100% what I'm saying. Because I've been in that situation where, like, oh, it's a nice, easy zone. It's like, 5 pieces and easy challenges, no bullshit enemy combinations, no weird map layout. And, it's done in like 5 minutes. And then I sit on the Water Guardian and fucking fight it for 2 hours. Please. Okay. Steel Guardian, which is fine, can be slightly annoying, but it's very common to damage glitch kill Steel Guardian. The damage glitch, I honestly still don't 100% know how it works. Like, trying to do it intentionally doesn't really work. I just kind of have to hope that it happens. But it seems to do with frame rate. I think the more fucked up the frame rate is, the more likely it is to damage glitch. And the frame rate always sucks on this boss fight. So it's pretty consistent that I get it. And once you damage glitch, it just melts it away. 6-piece. We're looking for gnomes. So it's not the best thing in the world. This is the right map, right? 474. But I think this might be the best combo we're probably going to get. At the very least, it's a boss I know I can kill. And it's not a 7-piece dungeon. It's not a 7-piece zone. Okay, we're getting to the orbs early, which is good. And the map is staying linear. Fucking name spelling. What, Derek? I have known Derek's who spell it D-E-R-E-K. My least favorite music. I was trying to ignore it. The fucking circus is in town. What a wonderful song. Rest in peace, Daniel Lee. This music should play when a killer clown is chasing you around a McDonald's. See, that's exactly it. Like, this sounds like sinister clown theme. Like, there's a Killer Clowns from Outer Space game that's being made. It's like an asymmetrical horror, like DVD type game. This sounds like it should be in the Crazy Clowns from Outer Space game. Not Silent Hill. Ow. Everything's fucking disarming. So as if enemies aren't annoying enough, they also get modifiers. And the modifiers for this zone seems to be disarming. Which means that. Which means they hit me, and on top of fucking doing damage, I throw my weapons on the ground, I throw my health kits on the ground, and you can't even, like, immediately pick them up, because the game just lags out when you're trying to grab things sometimes. Especially nice since you've got to use these super necessary and intuitive touch controls that definitely aren't just put there to fulfill a contract with Sony to sell more Vita games. When you finish all the floors, is Book of Monday's over? Yeah, we're gonna have to find something else to do on Mondays. We're gonna get to play good games. Presumably. It would be pretty hard-pressed to play something worse than this on Mondays. How's your progress on Final Fantasy XI? Lots of level ups. Maybe that's what Monday will become. Maybe that'll be MM Mondays. MMO days. And I'll play Final Fantasy XI and stream it once a week. Every Monday. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing after I finish this. Other than absolutely destroying it and never playing it again. Play all the Garfield games every Monday until you've played them all. That's a lot of fucking Garfield games. There's way more than I think people might realize. They've been making them for a long time. For a lot of platforms.
Looking for anything specific?
Would love a Final Fantasy XI stream. Hey, there's one viewer.
Extra gear burning a hole in your pocket?
There's somebody who would. Funny enough, I have streamed Final Fantasy XI on Twitch like a long time ago, but not on my main channel.
Don't spend it all in one.
I technically still have. I wish I could figure out a way. I'll need to figure out a way to get the bot working again. But at the time, I was using a bot that was based on my cat in real life, Harry Meowson. So I had a Twitch account for the bot, just called Harry Meowson. And back in like I don't know, 2016 or 2017 or something. I was playing Final Fantasy XI on a different free server. I was playing on Nasomi. Oh no, wait. I was playing on retail when I did that stream. I was playing on retail. God damn it. Fucking ghost. It's impossible to mash out before it kills you. But yeah, I streamed on the Harry Meowson account and played retail Final Fantasy XI. I was just grinding Black Mage to 99 and streamed for, I don't know, a couple of days, maybe like 9 or 10 hours total. But yeah, I know Horizon 11 is supposed to be getting a big update soon, 1.1 patch. I'm not sure what all that like actually entails, like what all is going to be a part of that. But I was playing a lot there for a little while. I was playing a lot of Final Fantasy XI off stream. And kind of dropped off and hadn't been playing as much for the last few weeks.
Feel free to have
I need to make sure I stock up in everything here because it's going to be the Guardian next.
I do believe
There we go.
you know where I am.
Updates on April 14th. So once the update hits, I'll probably be playing a lot more again. I might consider streaming it. That, I think that was a glitch. That should have killed me. I think the only reason I survived was I was leaving the room. And like, once you leave a room, like everything, even damage and stuff, like stops immediately because the room would reset if you go back through. And I think I managed to like exit right as the damage should have killed me. Steel Guardian. Play the entire Yakuza saga every Monday till you finish. You will not. I probably could. I could finish it all of the Yakuzas. There's a streamer that I've been watching for like a long time. One of the first streamers that I followed on Twitch. Lobos Jr., who did a thing called Final Fantasy Friday, where somebody was like, you should play every Final Fantasy game. Like, haha, you won't. And he's literally started with Final Fantasy 1 and every Friday played Final Fantasy until he finished all of them. And literally finished all of it. Yes, even 14. I think the only one he didn't play was 11. I think he tried it for a little bit. Yeah. Ideally, I need the damage glitch. There we go. But I got hit by the damn sword. Am I actually out of range? There we go. Yeah, mind your ears. This is supposed to be the final boss of the game, by the way. Like when you do the 21 story zones. This is the, like, quote-unquote last boss. Got him. Which means we also get an ending. Let's sit back and enjoy this stupid ending. It's not really an ending because I still have to play more zones. But for some reason, the game is just coded this way. Every time you beat a Steel Guardian, you get an ending.
Blind man throwing a rubber ball, I had no idea what my changes would affect, what they might break, if the ball would even come back. But slowly, gradually, I discovered the pattern. I could feel the headlines change, could tell when something seemed rewritten. The results of my work rose to the surface like Braille. Everything became simple, and perfection was in reach. It was all a matter of careful edits, tiny changes. Friends, strangers, politics, relationships. Make a change, then observe, assess, and adjust again. And I'm so close. Finally, just a few more lines, the right lines, and it'll all be done. The whole world. Perfect. Ordered. Happy. Almost. I'm so close.
Blind man throwing a rubber ball. Very literary.
Patient displays no
Blind
change in
man
behavior.
throwing
If anything,
Django's
the
Dum
delusions
Dum
have
Dum.
increased. Reevaluate dosage and frequency of medication.
Wow. Next zone. It's a Shannon level. So that's blood. That would be a blood guardian if this was a boss. But it's not. Shannon zones are still annoying. And I don't think these will ever be less than a 6. I feel like I don't really see 5-piece zones that have the bloody vagina doors, the Shannon zones. I feel like those are always like 6 or 7-piece zones. They're always one of the bigger ones, because technically the Shannon story arc in the 1 through 21 is like later. No, it's a 5-piece. I've been corrected. Oh boy. We're wearing our dog mask and we're guiding Mira. Wonderful. Alright, let's go, vagina doors. Let's go, everything red world. The spare flamethrower. Oh no, healthy things. Thankfully, nothing too bad. Healthy is one of the worst enemy modifiers.
Shannon, come on! School's this way! We're gonna be late.
Basically, if an enemy is healthy, it's constantly regenerating HP, and it has more HP, and it's got way higher defense. So if you wind up getting that modifier on something that's already like a huge pain in the ass, like a bogeyman or a pyramid head or a butcher, it just kind of becomes unstoppable. Like sometimes they have so much health that you literally just don't have the weapon durability to fight them. Like if you tried to fight them, it would break every single weapon in my inventory and still not die. Fuck. Well, we're stuck in this room for a while. This one does not let you out very quickly. We gotta sit here and listen to Mary Elizabeth McGlynn mumble.
Not so fast. Bonsai!
Thank you. Thank you. Let me the fuck out. She liked it. She did. She gave me the thumbs up. My likes went up. Okay, bloated bogeyman. That's a wonderful example of horrible fucking enemy modifier combination. Okay, I got a damage glitch that saved my ass there. Again, I think it's because the frame rate went down when he started walking in. And a raw shot?
Good, you look like hell, kid. Spend those memories wisely now. Thank you kindly.
I'm getting pretty low on memory
See you
residue.
again.
At some point before 500, I'm probably gonna have to farm again. But I'm not gonna bother with it until like I legitimately just run out. Last orb. Last door. We got a damage glitch. Let's go. I think Mira is following. No, apparently not. Mira got stuck somewhere. Fuck it. Too bad. Controls. $476. We've broken into the top 25. Or the last 25. Almost there. Six piece. Not great. We'll try. Nope. I think that answers it. We roll again. Immediately stabbed in the face by like a bloated steel pyramid head. Nope. Go through this whole song and dance. Try and roll something better. God, hurry up, Trent. I feel like I should just have another game. Start playing fucking Minesweeper. Off on one side. Like, I need to have another game to be playing while we just sit through loading screens and wait for zones. Because I'm going to have to re-roll zones a whole lot more at this point. I've already had to start doing it a lot more. But at this point, the game is scaled in such a way that if you don't get something that's even like slightly favorable, it's next to impossible, if not actually impossible. And that's a lot of sitting and waiting through relatively long loading screens. A bit late, but sounds good. That's the only thing, is that I haven't been doing this up to this point. I think we have to sit and endure the loading screens. That's part of the torture. We got a Katie zone. 24 zones. We're doing it, chat. Please not a 7-piece. Please nothing healthy or bloated. Please no boss trio forced fight all the bosses' rooms. Because for whatever reason, that's a random challenge that can happen that Valtiel will do. Wish you could just skip him. I need a Valtiel skip. It's lunchboxes. Not a big deal. It's a 7-piece though. There's just no point. See, looking back, there's like so many things with this grind to 500. I should have had a side game from the very start for all the loading screens, but I just didn't know. Hindsight's 2020. Downpour, so we can play Book of Memories during unskippable cutscenes and play Downpour during zone loading. That would have probably worked relatively well. Just play 2 horrible Silent Hill games. Although, like, when I say I don't like Downpour versus, like, when I say I don't like Book of Memories, Downpour I will still tolerate and play. Like, it's not a painful experience. I just don't think it's a very good Silent Hill game. Book of Memories is like a painful game to play. This is a game that's just torture. All right. 476. It's Shannon. Let's go, Shannon. You pulled through and did a 5-piece before, even when I doubted you. Will Shannon come through again? Will she provide another 5? We'll find out in 12 minutes. 6-piece. All right. 3 childhood relics. First zone is an orb. Dark and disarming modifiers, not the worst. Is something just not spawning in? We're just waiting on tremors to spawn in. That vagina has teeth. Yep. They must have really liked when they did that in Homecoming. Said, let's put it in this game too. Please just let me pick up my fucking weapon. Thank you. Don't need grenades. Good old hand grenades. Everyone's favorite Silent Hill weapon. I mean, there's a note about hand grenades in Silent Hill 3. I think that's it. Like the only mention. Hand grenades for Silent Hill 2 remake. How would you guys feel if Silent Hill 2 remake let you throw a hand grenade?
Hi, baby.
How would everybody feel about combat in Silent Hill 2,
Since Tuesday.
Feel free to have
including a
look.
hand grenade?
What's the big deal?
I can
You said
buy
you
it
were
for a
leaving
decent
anyway.
price.
I really like the orchids you sent me.
It's a deal.
Okay. I guess you're off the hook for now, but I want to see you. Overnight this time?
Personally, I would say
All exchanges of. Good luck out there.
I would be fine with it if it was in something other than the main campaign. If they make like multiple sub scenarios like Born from a Wish, which potentially could be a thing. Give Angela a hand grenade. Be in the battle royale mode. There's TVs. I also like, just to kind of wrap your head around this, like, we sit around and think about like, oh, Origins. Silent Hill Origins is kind of silly, right? Like, you're holding all these TVs and IV stands and all these crazy things as weapons. Meanwhile, Book of Memories has here a television with 8 ammo. Meaning... Oh my god, it's Mary Elizabeth McGlynn mumbling at us again. So, if you pick that up, you have TVs, and you can throw 8 of them. It's a stack of 8 TVs that you just pick up all at once. I actually need to take a restroom break, and I'm just going to go do that while Mary Elizabeth's talking to you guys, so I'll be back in a moment. All right. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn is done mumbling. Let's move on. What if James kills Mary in the remake with a grenade? Would consider it you would consider that an improvement? That could be a new ending instead of strangling her with a pillow. I mean, why not? In the Silent Hill 2 pachinko machine, the slot machine, the Pachi slot, it's just a slot machine. I don't know why we have to say Pachi slot. James speeds away in a speedboat after killing one of the bosses, as a potential thing. So, I mean, throwing a grenade... I think he also uses, a machine gun at some point in the Pachi slot. So, I don't think throwing a grenade would be super far off. Damn. Need a key. Somewhere I missed keys. 'Cause everything's fucking red. Either that or I died and left a corpse somewhere that I forgot about, which is entirely possible. I still need to check down here. I still need to check down here. That might just be it. Of course, I hate this map layout. I thought it connected over there on the right. So even once I go there, if that's where the keys are, I've got to come all the way back over here. Look how much significant difference there is between the 5-piece zone that I did earlier and a 6-piece zone. How much bigger the damn map is. Okay. Connects through there. Okay, that is an orb. There's our last orb. Thank fuck. We don't even need to worry about the keys. Thank you. Sorry, I will be back in a moment. Okay. Sorry about that. Had to help Rachel out with something. She is still recovering from surgery. And our toilet was making a sound, and I had to lift the top of the tank off and make sure that it was actually refilling the way that it should have. But yeah, just like lifting off the back of the toilet, that's the kind of like lifting stuff that Rachel can't really be doing while she's recovering. Fixing a toilet, more fun than Book of Memories. Yes. Legitimately, yes. It was like solving a puzzle because it looked like the way our toilet flushes is like it's a button on the very top. And it looked like the button was like stuck down into the lid. But then it just kind of got stuck in place. And once I moved the lid up, the spring popped back up. And the tank started to refill the way it was supposed to. And then it was fine. It was a real life puzzle. And it involved a real life toilet. It was legitimately more of a Silent Hill experience and more fun than this game. Can of light bulbs in the toilet. I mean, to be fair, me and Rachel, we're weirdos. we're horror fans. So like, for example, in our bathroom, we have like a really creepy fucking doll. Just sitting up on like the towel rack. So I think our bathroom is scarier than this game. I think that's fair to say. And has better puzzles. Bloober better not fuck up the hand in the toilet scene. It's funny because in the original, it's not even that much of a scene. It's mostly a sound. It's mostly that sound effect. And I don't know. I don't know if Bloober will be able to match that gross sounding hand in toilet sound that they used. You Pyramid Head. God, just getting stuck on everything. Pick shit up. Need to go use the keys. Is the bathroom doll haunted? It doesn't have to be. The rest of the house is haunted. The doll itself, probably not. because it's like a literal Halloween decoration. It's just the rest of the house that's haunted. One of these days we'll do like, we should do a ghost hunting show. We'll do an IRL stream. Real life phasmophobia. Me and Rachel can take EVPs. We've got EMF readers.
So what can I do for you?
We have a Ouija board,
Just the thing.
but I don't think we're allowed to actually do that.
Thank you kindly.
That would be so cool with a Ouija board too. So
Don't feel
for
strange,
not that one. Yeah. We have a particular Ouija board that is a very, very early, from when they very, very first started mass producing Ouija boards. It's like 109 years old or something. We've got a very, very old Ouija board. But even Rachel's like, no, there's too much history with that. Don't want to play around with it. Like, legitimately, I've been, and I still consider myself to be somewhat of a skeptic when it comes to like supernatural stuff. Like, I've never really believed in a whole lot of real life aspects of ghosts and things like that. Best not to anger Pazuzu. But like, I don't know, being in Georgia and being specifically being around Rachel, I think Rachel's haunted. I'm just gonna say it. I think Rachel's haunted.
Oh, hey, dude.
Because there's been so much weird stuff. Since I've moved here. Like before we bought our house, we were staying with a relative in a spare room. And it was like me and Rachel and both of our cats, Vinny and Ziggy, all like in this little bedroom. And we had gotten used to the sounds and stuff of everything. There was like another cat and a dog. Well, a few dogs. But one dog that was like inside the house. A couple dogs that were outside. And we knew how they all sounded. Like when they barked and what would make them bark and that kind of thing. And how far away they sounded. We had gotten used to like all of that kind of stuff. And there was one night where we were laying down to go to bed and heard like a dog growl, but it sounded, it was like it was in our room, like at the foot of the bed. And everyone reacted to it. So it was like both me and Rachel like turned towards it and were like, what the fuck is that? At the same time, our cats were both like asleep. Both like stuck their heads up and stood up and were looking towards it. And we knew it wasn't any of the other dogs. We thought for a moment, like, did the dog, like, get locked in the room, like, closed in the room when we, you know, laid down for bed or something? Dog wasn't in the room. And, like, there was just nothing there. There was nothing there. We all heard it. We all reacted to it. And there was nothing in the room there. It was fucking weird. Like, and for most of my life, like I said, I've considered myself pretty skeptical when it comes to supernatural stuff, but there's been weird stuff like that. Sometimes things happen where, like, that's not something that I have an explanation for, even if it's not supernatural. I don't know what the fuck it was. Yeah, and Rachel said there in chat, it sounded like one of the dogs that she used to own that had long passed away. That was buried around that property. Oh, and that also happened, was it a day after we went to the Native American the burial grounds? We went for a lovely walk around, you know, Native American burial grounds. No joke. Yeah, that was the day after. So, you know, that's our lives. I still consider myself a skeptic, but there are absolutely more things that have happened in the last, like, 2 or 3 years compared to, like, the rest of my life. That have made me be like, maybe there's, you know, some shit going on. That I can't explain. I'm a skeptic, but on the off chance any of that stuff is real, I'm not gonna fuck with it. See, that's one of those things. It's like, where do you draw that line? You know? Like, I'm not a superstitious person if you're like, oh, break a mirror or walk under a ladder. That kind of stuff. I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll do that stuff. That doesn't make me think. I don't think there's any credibility to that kind of, like, you know, superstitious stuff. But as far as, like, ghosts and spirits, that's one of those things where, I mean, it's such an old idea that I feel like it's just kind of almost part of the human condition now, right? To think that there is something beyond, like, your physical form that comprises you. Gonna keep a revolver with silver bullets just in case. Just blast those ghosts. Yeah, keep your silver bullet and your swords of obedience. Trying not to die and trying to figure out what fucking room. Where did I leave this key? Because that has to be it, right? I've been everywhere else. It's gotta be that last room. And I just don't have a key. And I can't remember. I thought I picked up all of the times where I died. There it is. There it is. I might as well go stock at Howard's while I'm over here.
Looking for anything specific? Spend those memories wisely now. Now don't you waste that. Extra gear burning a hole in your pocket? Pleasure. Don't be a stranger.
I guess my reasoning is just because I don't believe in it doesn't mean it isn't real. That's fair. I mean, that's definitely a fine approach to it. Definitely a lot more open-minded than a lot of people can be. Oh my god, I'm stuck. I like the interpretation of ghosts being less of a sentient entity and more like some form of residue or memory of people that died there. No proof, just feel like a good interpretation. That's totally valid as well. I will say, like, the strange things that I have experienced that I don't have an explanation for follow that line of logic or reasoning more closely than a lot of other beliefs. That, you know, it's something, like you said, like a residue or a memory, where it's more like, you know, somebody who died in a place where, you know, they walked up and down a particular hallway or in between, you know, did a particular thing so often and so much that even after they were gone, there's still a sort of like memory there. Residual haunting. I was gonna say, like, there's a term for this, and I'm sure Rachel knows it because she's seen every episode of Ghost Adventures. Although at this point, I think I have too, or at least close to it. Probably not quite every episode, but a lot. Don't. God, feels like I've been working at this zone for so fucking long. This is what I mean. Like, this by itself, right here, would be like a 5-piece map. And it's like double the size of that. I have to find my way back. Try not to get hit because I don't have a single healing item. Zach Baggins always makes for an entertaining evening. It's definitely entertaining. Been into this stuff since really young, though, way before Ghost Adventures. True. Yeah. That's something that you've just basically had a nearly lifelong fascination for.
Cutting straight to business, I see. Spend those memories wisely now. Now don't you waste. Thanks for your business.
And, like, to a certain degree, I've been interested in paranormal, like, learning about it, just not really believing in it. It's one of those things that I've always thought was really interesting, though. Please. Just arranging some butt plugs. Don't mind me. God. I was not even paying attention that this was a boss zone. Now, what happens if I try to re-roll this after having beaten the zone but not beaten the Guardian? Does it let me re-roll this? Have I ever even tried that? I'll do one attempt. If I don't get it on the first try, I'm gonna see what happens if I re-roll, if I even can re-roll. It might mean I have to do a whole zone again and get a whole different boss. Whole level. That's kind of what I'm dreading. boss is tied to the level. But I know I've like gone to the zone select before beating a boss, and when you come back to the zone, it gives you the option of like, do you want to do the zone or do you want to fight the boss? So like if I quit and re-roll, that's the thing though. If I re-roll it, I think it basically just treats it as a new zone where you have not made it to the boss. Look at this crap. And this is still the first phase. Now it's phase 2. Which means we have this extra fucking hand on top of these. We still haven't even done damage to the actual boss. This is all... Here we go. Oh, I got so fucking lucky. We got the damage glitch. His attack missed me. And we didn't get the glitch where he doesn't die and forces another cycle. That almost never happens. That might be like the second time I've had that happen in 478 zones. There's that lovely noise. It's the sound of victory. If this is a 7-piece, I think I'm calling it. I feel like I'm losing my voice. It's a 5-piece. Let's keep going. Good challenge. They come in waves. Although the one before it, the take less than 40% damage, those are the kind where you can potentially have an unwinnable scenario. Because if you're in a small enough room where you need to kill hardy enough enemies, like if they have the healthy status effect, like a healthy butcher, and a couple of healthy straitjackets. Okay. I don't know why I'm trying to grab the puzzle note. We don't need it. But like one butcher with the healthy effect and a couple of straitjackets that can hit you from range and just basically make the floor damage you if they puke all over it. You just can't kill the enemies fast enough. And if they hit you with anything, you take more than 40% damage. But if your challenge is to lose like less than 40% damage like that one, and you have that combination of modifiers and that combination of enemies, you're just fucked. You just cannot do it. Which is why, like, as much as it sucks having to sit through load screens and reload zones, sometimes it's the only thing you have as an option. Because the game literally throws, like, unbeatable things at you. It's so fucking dumb. Almost feels precisely crafted to be miserable. It does, at times. Like, it feels like it was made frustrating on purpose. Like, there's certain things like that that are so glaringly wrong, which I guess the big impact here is how far into the game I am. Because that same scenario, when you're on like zone 10,
all exchanges are final,
is not impossible. It sucks, and it's still a pain in the ass, but it's not impossible. The only thing that makes it impossible is the fact that I'm 400, almost 500 zones in. Because then that's what gives, you know, the enemies that much health, that makes them impossible to kill, deal so much damage that if they hit you even once, you just instantly fail the challenge. So I know definitely a lot of it is just because, oh my god, disarming. Made me drop my weapon, and touch controls don't want to let me pick it up. Thank you. Nothing else in this room anyway. And we got all 5. Exit should be right up there. Dagger of Melchior, you keep it. I don't want it. So close to 500. So crazy after all this time. We're getting there. There's 479. If I can get through this one, get us to 480 to pick up with next week. We're getting down to our last couple of books of Mondays. All these streams, all these hours of complaining about the exact same thing and answering everyone's same questions the first times they show up and see the stream and see this game. Oh no. Exactly, Legate. Fuck. Just immediately. Butcher from off screen. You're dead now. Which zone would you be at? Just to do one final blaze through? Well, like I said, I started Book of Mondays as a subathon. And for that subathon, I think I went through 31 or 32 zones. Something like that. I'll have to go back and double check. So technically, if I felt like I could pull a marathon, which I absolutely don't right now, I already feel like I'm losing my voice, and I've only been streaming for 2.5 hours. I could probably sit and do a 24-hour marathon and get to the end now. Like I said, that's probably not going to happen. Realistically, maybe next week. Maybe next week. I might consign myself to do, because at the very least I can prepare for it. But next Monday, just pull a super long stream. Finish it up tonight on 280, on 480. And then do the last 20 zones. All next week. Although, I'm really wanting to just shut this off right now and not even make it to 280 until next week. Because that is the difference. Getting through the first 31 zones and getting through 31 zones, the last... essentially
Anything specific?
30 zones is night and day.
It's good to be well supplied.
Everything is ridiculously unbalanced
I do believe you're set.
and way more difficult now than it was before. So even just factoring in the amount of time it would take to re-roll zones to get something like favorable, I might not be able to marathon. I might not be able to marathon that many.
Good luck out there.
We'll see. I need a key. Hey, Tekure. Wow, what's this? Never saw this title. Pretty sure you have. Maybe you haven't. This is Silent Hill Book of Memories. And it is a dungeon crawler. Dungeon crawler for the Vita. And it's awful. It's legitimately one of the worst games I've ever played. Not just like a bad Silent Hill game, just bad game. It's a mockery of dungeon crawlers. I mean, you're not wrong. But it's in the portfolio, so it's on the agenda. Dedicated. I mean, I have been a fan of the Silent Hill series since the first game. And I've been streaming and focusing specifically on the Silent Hill games since 2015, since January of 2015. So at this point, I've played every other Silent Hill game 100%. I've done speed runs, challenge runs of all sorts, super in-depth story playthroughs that go on for sometimes 18, 19 hours for every game. I'm essentially doing this because there's not really anything left for me to do in the series. Which is why I'm particularly excited about new Silent Hill games coming out relatively soon. It's gonna be nice. We're gonna have something else in the Silent Hill library to play. And that's gonna mean new challenge runs, new things to speed run, new things to learn about for story playthroughs. Even if they're bad games, even if they suck, even if they're awful, I really doubt any of the new announced Silent Hill games would be more painful to play than this. I might be eating these words a year from now. Go ahead and clip it and timestamp it so that next year when I'm playing, you know, going for the 100% achievements on Silent Hill F, and I'm going, what the fuck was I thinking? That, you know, F was going to be great and less painful than Book of Memories, and then somehow, you know, it's worse. But somehow I doubt it. Zone 480. 20 zones remain. But that is where I'm going to end it tonight. We'll see how I'm feeling. Let me get through this week. See how I feel this weekend. Next Monday, if I feel like trying to do the last 20 zones in one big rush, I might try and do it. We might do it like I started it off. We might just do it as like a subathon where I'll play and get through like a certain number of zones, but if we get enough subs, then I'll add more zones onto that and we'll see how many we can do. We'll see. 6-piece for 480. That might be doable. Let's see what Valtiel says. Sacred Execution move. Nah, that's not going to affect the enemies. So, yeah. We will tackle this zone next Monday. Is there a Discord by chance? There is a Discord. I don't know if the bot is still not working. Oh, it is. But there is a Discord. There is my official YouTube as well. So all of my streams, story playthroughs, challenge runs, every single episode of Book of Mondays, like this one right here. This was episode 53. So